One of your best workers comes to you one day and says he needs a word. Then he drops the bombshell. He's handing in his resignation. He's moving on. In 2 weeks, he'll be gone. This happened to me a few times over my 30 years of running an electrical contracting business, and I found it one of the hardest things to deal with as a business owner. I put a lot of time and effort into looking after my team. For a long time, I took it very personally when a valuable team member left, especially when it was someone that I'd brought into the business and grown them through the business, maybe as an apprentice or a young tradesman. I helped them become skilled at their trade, helped some of them through some tough times on the way, and always used the resources of the business for their benefit. I felt like it was a personal betrayal when they decided to leave, and often it was a complete surprise to me when they did decide to go. It seemed so unfair. For me to get rid of someone who was causing a problem could be a slow and expensive process, but any one of my staff could just walk out the door with a week's notice. I never completely got over those feelings when this happened, but I was able to reduce the effect by the way that I thought about the situation. First off, I had to recognise that there were other opportunities outside my business that were always going to be attractive to a skilled and competent tradie. In a small team, there just isn't room for everyone to be a supervisor or a foreman. People with those ambitions will have to consider moving on rather than hanging around for years waiting for a possible chance to move up the ladder. Secondly, I realised that no matter how I looked after someone, ultimately they would always do what they thought was in their own best interests. I had several people tell me I was the best boss they ever had as they were walking out the door. These were people I'd helped a lot, and they'd helped me, of course, but no matter how fantastic you try and make their situation, they can still find a reason to move on. Some of them went on to start their own businesses. A couple of young fellas went to the mines to earn double what they could with me. Some were lured away by false promises by other contractors. So the attitude I settled on was, no matter how well you look after someone, no matter what you do for them, you can't expect to have them locked in forever. Looking after them very well is still the right thing to do, and they may stay a lot longer than if you didn't look after them. They definitely do better work and get a better result for your business and your clients if you do look after them. Overall, we had a pretty low staff turnover, and we had team members that stayed with us for 10, 15 years or longer. It's just one of those things you have to accept. There is no guarantee that someone will stay with you no matter what you do for them. The other mindset shift was to learn not to see it as a personal failure. It's just a normal part of running a business that employs people. What do you think? Have you ever felt betrayed when a valuable team member resigned? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a question about managing your team members or any aspect of running a trades or contracting business, then send me an email using the link in the description below. I'll do a video to answer your question. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you see more ideas like this. As always, thanks very much for listening.